Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today Susan and I are discussing a fairly new movie that came out this year, a DC movie sequel, Shazam: Fury of the Gods,
Excuse
with
me.
Zachary Levi reprising the role of Shazam, or if you want to call him Captain Marvel. Um,
Yeah.
but we won't go into the legal side of that. Um, Yeah, so it's the sequel to couple the movie what came out a couple of years ago. All the youngsters and the alter egos heroes are back. And this time we've got the gods what are trying to shall we say disturb the peace sort of thing. Um, so I'll go over to Susan and see what she thinks of Fury of the Gods, Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
Well, they weren't really gods. They were daughters of the Titan Atlas. And there were three of them. And you find out two of them at the beginning. It's Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu and stuff. And you're just like, holy shit, those are some high powered actresses.
Mm.
And, they got to do some superhero type stuff. And again, the family was, amazing. What really bothered me about this is that they continued along the along the line of you know the abuse of Freddie. I mean, the bullying of Freddie and the fact that he took most of the brunt of it, that was hard because he's a guy with a disability. And it's just hard for me to watch that and not go, stop that. Anyway, fucking stop it. Stop hurting the disabled person.
But he does show his strength.
Yeah,
He's a
I
very
mean,
strong character.
yeah, but I'm telling you that it isn't how it ends that really hurts. It's just watching it go on.
Yeah.
It's watching it go on, and it's like, you know sometimes people don't pick on people that, anyway, just fucked up. Anyway, so but I guess that made it more engaging for me
Mhm.
because I really wanted justice for him. And I mean, Freddie had a crush on this girl, and she turns out to be one of the baddies. I mean, what? And she's, I mean, it's like that the Edward Cullen thing again, all over again. She's a 6,000-year-old person hanging out in a high school. I mean, WTF? What the fuck is that? I mean, like, really gross. I mean, yeah, older people, younger, but
Yeah, but she was in the high school because she was trying to find the you know the superheroes.
she was also in a high school
Yeah.
and willing to try and go out with a high school kid. I mean, like that's the thing is like you can anyway, it's gross. It's just gross. Anyway, I mean, I love vampires when they have all sorts of weird sex, and I love all these gods and stuff when they have all sorts of weird sex. I got to tell you about this other movie that we're reviewing, that Man Who Fell to Earth thing. I'll tell you about that. But like anyway, weird sex is fine, you know. But with kids, fuck that. Disabled people, fuck that shit. Fuck that. Anyway, so I'm just like, I get grumpy about these things, and like it really bothers me, and that's why I loved what Wonder Woman said at the end. I Spoiler alert: Wonder Woman shows up at the very end of the movie, and so that's pretty cool. But yeah, these these ones and their super friend, the wizard. The wizard's great. I mean, the wizard is like, I'm so glad they included the wizard. That was super fun to see him again. And then they planted the tree in the Philly stadium, and it basically started off at about second base and ate up the whole stadium and pretty much all of downtown Philadelphia. And what do they call their superhero team? The Philadelphia Fiascos. Yeah, that's pretty hilarious. That's some sassy shit there. Anyway, I liked like that attitude that they had going on there. That was fun. And let's see. Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren were so stinking cool. I love seeing them in this. That was super fun. And I'm sorry that the dragon ate their house that they had just bought. Oh my gosh, how sad. You know, they just closed on a house, much like one of our fellow group members, Alad, just closed, and all these people closing on houses. Anyway, nice, but oh, too bad. All the bricks are on the ground and got eaten by a dragon. And then I love all the references to, the only thing they didn't reference in this was D&D, which I thought would be like absolutely like crystal clear. Or they could have also talked about dragon riders or any of those things.
They did do a remark, a Game of Thrones remark.
Yeah, Khaleesi.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that, yeah.
No, that was great. And yeah, so there was lots of good dragon. There's lots of good dragon stuff, and I thought that they would know that the only way to fight a dragon in a big city is to hose into the fire hydrant and turn it on the dragon. You know, it's like why did I have to think of that? Why I mean, why didn't they think of that? Like, geez, do they want me to do all their thinking for them? Jeez, these kids. Anyway, so yeah, you needed some D&D references or jokes or whatever, and then you also needed some of that thought process, like, how do you fight a dragon in a big city? Water hoses.
But it wasn't a fire. It wasn't a fire-breathing dragon, was it?
Kind of. Yeah, that was some blue fire.
It was more like electricity.
It was more like electricity, but it was also blue fire because it burned everything, you know. So all you need is just pour some water on it, you know.
It's like, I found it a bit strange that if it was a fire-breathing dragon, because it was made of wood, the dragon was made of wood.
Yeah.
So I thought it might not be fire.
Okay, I know, but yeah.
It's magic.
All right, go on. What's yours?
Well, you know, we reviewed the first movie a few years back, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's got, and this sequel has got the same mix of action, adventure,
Uh-huh.
comedy. You do need comedy.
You do.
Um, you do need the threat element.
Yep.
Um, so nothing's changed there. Great story.
Yep.
Uh, but uh, and they've got all the returning actors.
Yep.
Zachary is amazing as Shazam. I mean, he's portraying it as we said before in the first movie. He's an adult, but he's a kid inside an adult's body. So he's still got the childlike enthusiasm and the knowledge isn't as wise as it should be. So I do like that. But
Yeah.
as you say, you had Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu. Great choices for the villains.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, but of course the 10 on each other, the three sisters. Uh, um, but I'd say the special effects in this are brilliant. You know, all the. I mean, it's done before. You know, this sort of effect has been used before, like in Inception and all like that, with all the
Uh-huh.
cities moving around. But brilliant to see again. And as you say, you've got the cameo of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Because I wondered where this was going because Billy, spoilers, Billy does die in this. But thanks to Wonder Woman, he's back.
Yep.
But going back to what you said about the Freddie with a disability,
Yeah.
he's such a strong character and likable character. He rises above his disability. I know the bullies have a go at him at school, but he rises above that, and he shows his true strength in human form.
Yeah. Still sucks.
It still sucks, yeah, but he is a really strong, with because the dragon feeds on fear. It builds up on your fear, and that scene where that he's with the other goddess, and it's draining the fear, and that was an amazing scene, and so
Yeah.
strong. He beat
Yeah.
it. Great actor. What's the actor's name? Let me have a look.
It's Jack Dylan
Oh,
Graham.
is it? Oh yeah, Jack Dylan Grazer.
Grazer. Sorry.
Great actor. But you say the kids work so well together as a
Yeah.
team. The adults work so well together as a team. But then you mix it up as well because the adult, when they take away the powers, they turn back to kids. So you've got some adults, some kids. Um,
Yep.
great movie. I mean, is it as good as the first one? There's something missing, but it's still watchable and enjoyable. And this bombed at the theatre.
That's what I've heard.
It bombed. I don't know why. Why do DC movies bomb?
I don't know.
I don't know what, because the ones I watch are brilliant.
Maybe it's because they're not well they don't have a very good, or Warner Brothers doesn't have a very good marketing team.
True. I mean, I don't know what the future is for Shazam because, as I say, every week you hear about Warner Brothers sacking one of the actors. You know, they've got rid of Henry Cavill, they've got rid of Ben Affleck, they've got rid of Gal Gadot now as Wonder Woman, as far as I've heard. Is Zachary Levi going to be go down the same route?
I don't know.
You know, it's strange goings on with Warner Brothers at the moment.
And it's more than just like Warner Brothers. It's like this aspect of DC that they get a whole bunch of success, and then all of a sudden it just blows up in their faces, and they start tearing it all apart. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just a lame way of doing things.
yeah. I mean, it's no wonder these actors won't want to work with the Warner Brothers anymore. DC, you
Yeah,
know, they put the heart and soul into a project, Dwayne Johnson with Black Adam, and
yeah,
then they call crap on him.
yep.
I don't know, but did you watch it all the way to the end with the two post credits?
No,
Oh no!
tell me about the post credits.
So the first post credit is Shazam, and the two characters what we've seen before in the Suicide Squad movie, who go recruiting, who work for Amanda Waller.
Uh-huh.
Um, they're coming and asking, would he join the Justice? And he says, yes, I will. I will join the Justice League. No, we want you to join the Justice Society, which was we saw in Black Adam.
Okay.
He said, oh, why? Why do we have two things? Why don't you just have one? And he's googling all this justice, and then he comes up with Avengers. Oh, that sounds good. And that's a Marvel thing.
Yep.
And, and then the second post credit near the end of the credits is we go back to the first movie. The villain in that, Doctor Savannah, played
Uh-huh.
by I can't remember his name now, but he's been in prison 2 years, 2.5 years. He's still in prison, got a long beard, and the little masterman character, that looks like a caterpillar, what came up in the other movie,
Yeah.
comes back again.
Oh.
Where have you been? It's been 2.5 years. I've got things to plan. If you haven't noticed, I'm small. I can't move quick. So we're ready to go. Yes, well, tell me everything. Just one more thing I've got to do. Then he goes. So I don't know how long he's going to be in the prison again. But
Very.
great. But yeah, I enjoy this movie. Any moments for you? What stand out?
Well, there was like when Pedro, everybody's like, we're all superheroes, and he's like, I'm gay. And I was like, yeah, Pedro
Because he thought they were. Yeah,
coming out.
time to be honest. We're superheroes. I'm gay. Oh,
We already knew that. That was great. And then the other one was when the mother and the father were like, all right, we'll get into this battle van or whatever.
battle. I did like. I did like the scene, with all the mythical beasts being born from the roots of the
Oh,
tree
I
of.
know.
You had Cyclops, you had Minotaur, you had the Harpies, you had everything really.
Yeah,
Um, but their most feared, what they feared most was unicorns,
yeah,
and their description of unicorns is the most evil creature, dark
yeah.
creature. Because everything we think about unicorns is white horses, galloping along happily. But
Farting
apparently,
rainbows.
yeah,
Yes.
but no, they're evil.
But the other thing that's really great about these unicorns is that they eat Skittles or something that's close to that, and like that's their ambrosia, and that's fun.
Yeah, that's how they controlled the unicorns to defeat all these mythical creatures.
Yeah.
Great, great scenes. Um,
And I loved how their teacher wanted to protect them and stuff, and that was good. Like that reminded me of my teacher in junior high school.
yeah,
In about eighth grade, during my earth science class, it was the last class of the day, and everybody would threaten me and threaten to beat the shit out of me and stuff, and like uh, the fights were on, and Susan was going to get her ass whooped again. And he stuck up for me so many times.
yeah.
So Mr. Borland stuck up for me, and this Mr. Geckle, he stuck up for them, and that was awesome.
But he didn't have a happy ending, did he?
No, he didn't have a happy ending, but
No.
the fact that he stuck up for them, that was badass. Because like that's what it takes. It just takes one fucking teacher to stand up for you, and you won't end up trying to buy guns and kill people with them. It just takes one teacher.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is pay teachers better, and they'll stick around long enough to stop these bullies. Fuck, Jesus Christ! Oh, it's so important. It's so fucking important. Anyway, yeah. So the other thing was, it's I love Steve the pen.
What a character! What a character!
That was fun.
Yeah. A pen with a character of its own. Hi, Steve. Did it just shrug?
Yeah, and like, oh, that was rubbish.
Yeah.
Crumble that up.
Yeah. Forget that. Get rid of that one.
Yeah. Jeez, that was so. Steve the Pen was awesome. Like that was one of the coolest magical things. And then the room of doors.
Yeah.
Don't go in there.
Yeah, well, the room of doors was safe from the first movie, wasn't it? But did you notice when Billy was having a dream about dating Wonder Woman?
Uh-huh.
It turned into the wizard. But when when he woke when he woke up, that electrical sphere on his bedside table
Exploded.
I think that was a hint of things to come at the end of the movie with the dome.
Oh.
With all the electric inside. Yeah. So it was just a little. So if you watch out for these things, it
was one of those not lava lamps, but those electrical globes.
Yeah, you touch it, don't you? And the go things to go to your fingers. And
yeah.
But I mean, the idea of the dome as well, that's been done many a time in
science fiction.
Science fiction. The dome.
Yeah, I just think of the demons.
Doctor Who, the demons, but also Under the Dome. The other one, WandaVision.
WandaVision. That was a good one. That's a good, yeah.
So, but it was still executed brilliantly.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to say about Shazam? Fury of the Gods.
Yeah.
I mean, Helen Mirren kicking ass.
Mirren kicking ass.
It did make me laugh when Shazam had got hold of her and he was just banging her from wall to wall. I'm thinking, that's Dame Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
Yeah, and she was so snarky. Oh my god. I agree. That was really something. And yeah, that was really amazing. Yeah. And Lucy Liu,
she can play bad. She can play bad.
Yep, she was really, really righteously bad. That was Yep. Okay, so I liked it, and I liked the different realms. I liked how they planted the tree, and suddenly this earth excuse me, it became the realm of the tree of life. Mm-hmm. But it looked like crap because it wasn't supposed to be here.
No, it's supposed to be in the soil of the gods, isn't it?
Yeah. That was cool. But then, you were right. Like all the mythical creatures that were being born from the roots of that tree were really awesome. And then it was a bit like Jack and the Beanstalk. You know, you throw the beans in, and boom, there's a stock. And the other thing that was cool was yeah, those inception moments, those were really something else. Very multiverse of madness. I just
Yeah.
there's so much going on now, and Dimon Honsu or whatever. What's his how's his name pronounced? Dimon Jimon Honsu was just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. The wizard, I want the wizard in all the Shazam movies. You know, I don't want.
Well, we did have him in the first movie. We had him in Black Adam,
Yep.
and then we had him in this one. Great character.
Yeah, great character. Really, and you know, really archaic. Played well. Played very. Yeah, it was he's a great character, and and I liked all the energy that the kids had too.
Yeah.
I mean, even when they weren't in their superhero form, they were still super amazing kids.
Great ensemble cast, really.
Yeah,
Worked so well together.
yeah.
So, if you've got anything else to say, or shall we move on to our final say and score?
Um, really great special effects. Beautiful.
Yeah, I just don't understand why it bombed.
No, neither do I.
I just, I'm just, what I, do you know what I really want? I want Disney to buy out Warner Brothers and get the DC franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, because they've got the Marvel, if they get the DC, we can have some hell of crossover movies.
Yeah, yeah,
Batman and Superman together,
yeah,
Superman and Thor.
yeah.
Come on,
That,
Disney,
that's right.
because Warner Brothers don't seem to be bothered about what's going on DC.
They don't know how to market shit anymore. I mean, they did okay with the Harry Potter. They got lots and lots of people reading lots of books ahead of time. They had all sorts of like wands and gear and kit and robes and all the fun stuff that makes it fun to go, you know, into fandom 50% further than you ever thought you would. And they just haven't done that with the DC universe. I mean,
I know people
people
say
who read the comic books are sometimes like the people that the only people that they're ever expecting to show up, and that's just ridiculous. Because if they'd market these things better, if they draw people in, if they sell merch, Warner Brothers, for fuck's sake, sell merch.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus, that just makes no
There's been
sense.
nothing. Can, can you name any more from say this movie, Black Adam?
No,
Nothing.
no merch.
It, no.
I mean, their marketing is like,
Um,
oh, here's a poster. Oh, here's a trailer. You know,
yeah. I mean,
that's what they do for rom-coms, for crying out loud. That's what they do for you know, emotionally intense gothic movies. You know, that's what they do for vampire movies. They don't have you don't have sales if you've got like if you do that,
no,
right?
no. I mean, I know. When I've just said, "Come on, Disney, buy out Warner Brothers, get the DC thing." I know people will say, "Oh, we don't want Disney controlling everything," but Disney put their heart and soul into keeping Star Wars alive,
And they invest in merch. I mean, I myself have 3 Grogu's that I travel around with.
Yeah. So I've got nothing against Disney controlling all of it. To
Yeah,
be
I
honest,
know. I know. I mean,
because
there are lots of people who run around with like Avengers glove or
yeah,
Thanos gloves, or I've seen people with I've seen lots of people with those web slingers, or I don't know. You can do it. You can do it if you do it. If you think about it ahead of time and you market it, for fuck's sake, it would be better.
so what's your final saying score then on Shazam: Fury of the Gods?
Enjoyed it. Totally. It's about the same as the other one in terms of like everything, because I really liked the other one too.
Yeah,
Um, Again, disturbing that the main character became the main character that suffered the most
Freddie.
was Freddie, and his abuse was also, oops, sorry, was
Mm,
also predicated on the fact that he was disabled, and those bullies bent his cane, and that's like breaking people's legs off, basically. Do you know? And that really sucked. But I really wanted to see that those bullies in high school got their comeuppance.
No, they didn't, did they?
And nobody got their comeuppance, and so that's a hole. That's not a plot hole, but that's a justice hole. Anyway, for me, I'll give this a 9.25 out of 10 because of that. Drops to 3/4 of a point because of all of that injustice that went on. And then and but the writing was good, the special effects were good. You just need merch.
No.
What
Well,
Lee said, why don't these things sell?
yeah, I totally agree with what you've said, Susan. Amazing story, special effects, great acting, fun adventure comedy. Uh, I totally agree with the lack of advertising, lack of merchandise. This is where Warner Brothers fall flat on their face. But I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the first one more.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave the first one full marks. So this one is getting 9.5 bags of Skittles out of 10. And if you've seen the movie, you know why.
Mm-hmm.
Taste the rainbow, you motherfuckers.
It's the ring.
So yeah, so that's our review of Shazam: Fury of the Gods. An enjoyable movie, if me and Susan say so ourselves. We just don't understand why it bombs. This has bombed. So guys, if you've seen the movie, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. Then come back. Then leave a comment.
Only
You know,
$20 to rent.
no, well, I did it.
Yeah, I know. But it's only $20 to rent.
Yeah. So yeah, so leave a comment below. Also leave a comment if you want to join us
Sure
in the
thing.
group, in on these casts. We're on all social forms of social media. You know, Facebook, Twitter, we're all over the place. YouTube, if you subscribe to YouTube, make sure you've got the bell notification button pressed so you get notified every time. Yeah, she's hitting that, but we can't hear it.
So weird.
Every week.
Can't believe they can't hear it.
Well, I can't hear it. But also, as I say, if you would like to join, please be 18 plus. That's all we ask of you. 18 plus. Have a PC or a laptop, tablet, or mobile phone with a camera and microphone, and you're in. Just contact us. That's all you need to do. Well, and then we'll get back to you as soon as we've read the message, because sometimes we miss these messages. So, but we'll get through them. So, Is that everything, Susan?
That's everything.
Cool. So I've got nothing further to do but say Shazam.